Welcome to Far Cry 4. Set in the mountains of Kyrat, Far Cry 4 is an action-adventure first-person shooter video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft for the PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. It's the sequel to the 2012 game Far Cry 3, and it's the fourth installment in the Far Cry series. Far Cry 4 was released on November 18th, 2014. Now for the formalities, I'm New Fire Rising with Grumpy Bob's Emporium in Maryville, Illinois, and I'm here this time to tell you what you should know about Far Cry 4. It's really hard for me to explain Far Cry 4 in just the few minutes we have to spend together. There's really so much to do in Far Cry 4 that it can keep you busy for hours without ever touching the main storyline. Let me put it this way, I've never before played a game that allowed me to hunt pigs from a helicopter with a grenade launcher. Now, that has absolutely nothing to do with the story at all, but it's the freedom to do things like that that make this game so fantastic. You're dropped in a gorgeous sandbox in the mountains, and you're free to do as you please. Anything from exploring to crafting, or hunting to hijacking armored vehicles, there's plenty of things to do to keep you occupied. Kyrat is a thriving, dangerous place. In fact, the bad guys aren't nearly the only thing you have to worry about. You can be driving along and get caught in the wake of a rampaging elephant, feel the wrath of a rhino while you're running down the street, fight off killer fish, or navigate around a wildfire. All of these things make you feel like the environment, the wilderness, is alive and not just something pretty to look at. This makes exploring fun, exciting, and almost always eventful. Far Cry 4 is a fantastically beautiful game, and the world is large enough you can spend all your free time climbing mountainsides or checking out waterfalls. There are plenty of hidden collectibles to ensure your time spent exploring feels rewarding and not wasted. While I won't discuss the story too much here, there are choices involved in the storyline that can lead to alternate endings, which might be a really big bonus for some people. There's also an XP and leveling system to unlock new skills, although none of them I found very exciting, as well as a rudimentary hunting and crafting system, which allows you to unlock bigger holsters, more ammo carrying capacity, etc. Likely one of the most fun skills you can unlock is the ability to ride elephants into combat. You can visit vendors or captured outposts to refill ammo, purchase and upgrade newer existing guns and body armor, and all the works. I really have to appreciate the amount of work and detail that went into this game. Furthermore, while it is an Ubisoft title, the Far Cry series doesn't ever seem to be riddled with the bugs and problems that the Assassin's Creed series does. Likely my biggest complaint about the game is that the story contains nudity. While foul language isn't a deal breaker for me, and there is some language in this campaign cutscenes, I find it unnecessary to include so much nudity and sex in the cutscenes. It felt like they could have just as easily left that stuff out and it wouldn't have detracted from the story at all. Easily some of the most fun I had in Far Cry 4 involves co-op. A buddy can drop into your world to wreak havoc or explore alongside you. While you can't do campaign missions together, you can capture outposts, take on fortresses, gather collectibles, and any XP, guns, or money you earn while in co-op carries over into your single-player game as well. I feel there's so much more to this game than I can cover. I would implore you to come on into Grumpy Bob's Emporium and pick up a copy for yourself. There are hours of fun to be had in the mountains of Kyrat, and we've only gone over a small portion of them in this review. Overall, I'm giving Far Cry 4 an 8 out of 10. If it wasn't for the nudity and the language in this game, it would get a 9.5 amazing from me. The world is huge, the controls are intuitive, never once get in the way, the graphics are beautiful, the gameplay is awesome, and you can never anticipate the amount of spontaneity you're going to reach in the world as you're exploring. One last note from me to parents. If you're buying this for a kid, aside from the language and nudity in the cutscenes, this game is rather violent overall. Blood, fire, arrows, bullets, grenades, you name it, it's in there. While there's so much more I didn't cover during this review, this has been what I think you should know about Far Cry 4. I'm New Fire Rising with Grumpy Bob's Emporium in Maryville, Illinois. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook and keep an eye out for some fantastic holiday sales coming up. Until next time, take care.
Western Devil, die!